beer, rum, and rock and roll. Saving rock, one conversation at a time. With Randy Legault and Beau Shiminsky.
All right, man, we are finally back at the table.
Here we are,
Hey?
sitting pretty.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to be back.
Oh, it always tastes good.
Lots to talk about. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. The world's getting me down, man. But we're not going to spend any time
No,
on that.
no.
Yeah.
Anything new? Anything new to report in Beauland?
Work steady. You
Yeah.
know, kids are good. You know,
Everybody's healthy and
as
cool
they can be.
Yeah, under these conditions.
Kind
yes.
of vibe that we're feeling. Yeah. As a family, yeah.
Yeah,
But,
me too. Same here, man. Work's good, and kids are in hockey, so there's that, and they're good. They're doing great at that. And
Yeah.
off you go, right?
Yeah.
I need this break right here,
Yeah.
right now.
Right. Right. Oh, hey, man. I know those footsteps that you are traveling
You
because
do.
I've traveled them a while back.
That's right.
And yeah, you need an outlet. Right?
And this is my favorite one.
And
so,
I'm glad to hear that, man.
yeah.
Excellent.
Okay, well, I do have some new shit to report, music related.
Right.
Been on a couple trips.
Yes.
So my sister turned 50 this year, Glennis,
Right.
who you know, of course.
Right.
So we decided to go to LA. So her, my brother Blair, myself, and our respective others, 6 of us,
Yeah.
let's go to LA and see Hall Oates. And Blair and her, just the two of them went to see Van Morrison.
Right.
Both gigs at the Hollywood Bowl.
Okay.
Right? I
Cool.
was like, hey, I can do that. I like Hall Oates.
Yeah.
I got my Oates t-shirt on, as you
I
can see.
I could totally
He-
see
he
it.
has
I
his
wonder
own-
what this means, that bushy kind of thing that it's coated in there.
Yes, for those who are not watching, it's his mustache outline.
totally.
With oats in the middle. He's got his own merch,
Oh, fuck.
right?
That was so identifiable with
Oh,
him, man.
dude.
At the time, too, because it was like 80s,
He
oh,
always reminded me of Geraldo Rivera
Totally.
somewhere.
Totally. Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, well, that sounds like fun, right?
Right.
I like Hall Oates enough, and I've never been to the Hollywood Bowl, so that was really the big draw, because that's an iconic fucking venue.
Sure. Yeah.
Fantastic, right?
Yeah.
So we do that, and it was great. It was 18,000 people, sold out,
Yeah.
hit. Everybody's singing and dancing. It was awesome,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And of course, I had to go to the Rainbow, see Lemmy, had to do that.
Of course.
Have some pizza and pay homage to the man.
Sure. And every other great photo in there, too.
Oh,
that
it's so
involved-
awesome,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
What a great place. And went to the Comedy Store. I like to do that. So
Right.
when Blair and Glennis went to Van Morrison, the rest of us went to see some stand-up.
Gotcha.
One of my favorite things to do, too. And saw some funny comedians, and that was that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was wicked.
Good trip.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks ago, I went to Vegas. I'm just a man about town, Beau.
Apparently, I'm living vicariously through you. Yeah.
Now, let me give you a little background on this.
Background.
So in about, I think it was 2005, my brother and I go to Vegas for my 40th. So this was 15 years ago, 16 years ago, actually.
Right.
Whoa. And see the Black Crowes, they're playing back-to-back nights at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, right?
At the old joint.
At the old joint.
Right.
Dude.
Yeah.
The old joint.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know
Yeah.
what that means.
Yeah.
It was just wicked.
Yeah.
And both nights are completely different sets. It was just unreal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so there's no more Hard Rock Hotel. It's now Virgin. So they're playing the House of Blues back-to-back nights at the end of this tour they're on. Why don't we do that again? But I was like, yeah, why don't we? So off we go.
Why don't we?
I can't think of one reason why not to.
Yeah, yeah.
So off we go.
Yeah.
And we were only going to go the Friday night. But we get there on a Thursday night, and we're in the room. What do you want to do tonight? Well, why don't we go to the show? What's going to top that?
Yeah. Right.
So we went both
Yeah.
nights.
Yeah.
Dude. So if anybody's following the Black Crowes, they're doing the first album in its entirety.
Yeah.
And then they do half a dozen tracks after that.
Right.
And I'm a hardcore fan, as you are.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's not a two-man, or it wasn't a two-man band.
Right.
I mean, you got Mark Ford, Johnny Cole, Scott Gorham. We know the list.
Yeah.
It was a band, and it was a fucking unbelievable band. So the hardcore part of me is like, fuck, man, it's just the Robinson Brothers and 2 hired guns. And on bass is Sven Piven, who was in the Crowes after Johnny Cole bolted. So he was in the band before.
Okay.
And the keyboard player passed away, so there's another keyboard player, so whatever. But I don't know anything about these guys.
Right.
So I go there thinking, what's this going to be like? Right?
Yeah.
Being an old school fan. Well, as soon as that fucking song starts, I'll tell you what it's like. You forget all that shit because it was so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm goosing up. It was, dude, it was so good.
Yeah.
And I've never seen Chris Robinson happier. He was smiling the entire time. He is a force. His voice hasn't missed a fucking beat either. It was so fucking good, dude.
You know, there's singers like that have a sound of a strained voice. Like,
Right.
you know, it sounds strained. It sounds like he's doing damage every time he sings.
Oh,
But it's not.
no.
You know, it's obviously something so natural to him, which is great because he can do it for a long time. You know, it's
Oh, man. And what was cool, too, is seeing back-to-back shows that were almost the same. I mean, those last...
yes, they switch up the 6 tracks, or
They switched a couple. Like they did Sting Me on the night 1, and night 2 they did No Speak No Slave. Like they switched a little bit, but basically 90% of it's the same. I'm like, what's that going to be like? Well, it's just awesome again.
yeah.
But you can feel, at least I felt I could, the second night was better. Like he was a little more energized.
Was this the first show of? You went to the first show of their stint there,
Well, it's only a 2-night stand.
right? So that you
And there was a
you
break
caught the first show,
Yes.
and you know
There was a break before that.
ah
So maybe, the energy's not quite there yet.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that second show was fucking off the chain good.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
yeah.
Oh, dude. My favorite song by far was Seeing Things.
Huh.
The way that builds, and they have 2 backup singers.
Right.
But you can imagine what they sound like.
Both ladies.
Both ladies.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
So when they sing that chorus to that along with Chris,
Yeah.
dude, it just, if you're not moved by that, there's something, you're dead. There's
Well,
something wrong with you.
you
Check
said-
your pulse.
I think I saw a clip of when you were down there, and I think you had Remedy
Yeah.
on there, which is a killer
Oh.
BG vocal experience
Yes.
with that band.
Yes.
Right. And just the clip itself, and I was seeing with Chris his back to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what's Randy trying to tell me here? Is it like, is it
Right.
someone afraid? Is someone, not working out? Is this a Vince Neil thing? Is this, like,
Oh, no.
oh no.
No. And he
No.
would tease Rich because Rich is frowning the whole time.
Yeah.
Because that's just him.
Yeah.
He's just head down and
frowner.
lets it fucking rip, right?
Right.
He's so good. So he'd come up to him and elbow him and bug him and shit, and you'd get like a half smirk out of him kind of thing, right? But it didn't feel, maybe they're just so good at it, it didn't feel hired gunish. Like it felt like a band. Like they
Yeah.
were fucking firing him. Like,
I think that has a lot to do with their music.
yes.
Because their music is that kind of band live off the floor jam band thing, which
Yes.
I love it. That when you're in that pocket,
Right.
night after night after night,
Yeah.
it's pretty easy to lock in, and kind of,
And when they're that good too, eh?
yeah.
And on that note, there was no jamming. I mean, I like jamming as much as the next guy, and not too
Right,
many.
there was
not,
no big extended guitar solo or anything like
not
that.
too many bands can do it, but they definitely can. It wasn't that. It was
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
And the crowd, for a Vegas crowd, it's perfect.
Well, they got a big catalog too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're doing the record, so
Yes.
they got to get through this. And
And those aren't all hits. A lot of those are deep cuts that not everybody knows, but man, it sounded so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
it sounded good.
must have been fun for them to play. When
They
you
looked
go
like they were
back
having fun, dude.
Because, like you say, they never dust off a lot of these songs. That's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just bitching. So the only thing I didn't like about the Crows
Yeah.
was Chris Robinson's haircut. So Fitz is right beside me and he goes, "Hey, what do you think of the haircut?" I go, "I'm trying not to think about it." Because I don't like it. But at least he acknowledged it live. Like he said the first night, he goes, "Hey, what's everybody think of my haircut?" Like he knows it kind of sucks.
Yeah, and so I just don't know how that can fucking happen
I don't know.
in a
but
man
it's
in
too
his
short.
position,
Yeah.
where you get a bad haircut.
Yeah.
You got a stylist that usually has its clout. Like, that's
It's
weird.
not. It's almost hockey hair. Like it's not good.
Yeah, that's a weird one,
It grows
man.
back.
Yeah,
Then we went to Todd Kerns' early birthday party
right.
at Counts Vamped. And of course, that was fun because the second night of the Black Crows, we hung out with Brent Fitz and his wife, Chrissy, right?
Right.
And they're an awesome hang. And the night before, we ran into Eddie Trunk and Zach Throne, right? So I was just loving all this shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sure.
So we go to Todd's thing, and Brent and Chrissy are there as well. And we're enjoying a bunch of cover tunes and
Yeah.
some of Todd's solo stuff. And he's bringing a lot of local musicians that I don't necessarily know, but they're all wicked.
Yeah.
The only guy I really knew was Brent Muscat from Pastor Pussycat. He was
Sure.
in Sin City Sinners. He came up and they did a Sinners tune. And
Right.
but it was just a fucking party. The place was packed and
Yeah.
it was just fun, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they're-
Yeah,
they
and
were-
he's
they're-
like golden boy from that place. I mean, it's
Yes.
like they're all coming.
and
Yeah.
it was so good, right?
Yeah.
And Eddie Trunk was there too.
Oh, yeah.
And we hung out.
Was he up in the booth? Did you go up in the booth?
we know we were off to the side.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
A little VIP
Oh, I
section,
see.
Beau.
Oh,
yeah.
Christ.
You know, one of those deals.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was just wicked. And the hang after was awesome. So I got to talk to all those dudes and catch up, and everybody's good. And
Yeah.
they're looking forward to doing the Slash thing again. And
Sure.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
They can't wait to get on that fucking train again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it, man. It's been music wise, I cannot complain.
Well, I
I'm
can
full.
hear it in your voice
Yeah.
right now how a good time you've had lately.
Dude, at 56, I went hard 3 nights. Oh, I almost died.
Wow.
So what happens is, well, when Blair and I roll with no chicks, he rolls like I do. You just sleep all day.
Yeah.
There's no shopping.
Yeah, of course.
So you're up till,
yeah,
you're up till 4 or 5. You might get up to eat something and
Yeah.
then back to the room, more
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah.
Because you know what's around the corner.
Yeah, right.
You can't be dragging your ass at the show. You got to be ready to go, right? So yeah, it was wicked, man. And we had the late flight on Sunday. We had the 5 p.m.er. So it's not like we had to get up at fucking 6 and get on the plane either.
I can't believe you didn't go to the shopping centers there. They got those crazy outlet malls and they
Yeah,
got all those
no.
great Gucci and Fabergé eggs and shit. And
The fucking outlet mall. No spank you. Yeah, that's not a
thank
holiday
you very
for me.
much.
I might go to the Forum Shops at Caesars if I'm in a really good mood. Otherwise, no. No. I'll be at this pub. You guys swing around and come and get me kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I want to do? I got some rock news stuff.
Okay.
But before we do that, I just got a handful of little things. But before we do that, I want to read some viewer mail, as Letterman would say.
Viewer mail.
Yeah.
Right on.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Top 10 guitar riffs is what these ones come from.
Okay.
So our buddy Glenn Howard,
Right.
right? Friend of the show, friend of yours. He said, "Nice job, gentlemen. That was a lot of fun taking a trip down memory lane with you all on this one. It was tough coming up with songs you guys didn't mention. So for kicks, here's my list of honorable mentions in no particular order,
Okay.
right? So it gets you thinking.
Yeah.
Stay With Me by the Faces. That's a great riff, right?
Sure.
Stones, Jumpin' Jack Flash, yeah. Born to Run, Springsteen, Chuck Berry, Johnny B. Good. Aerosmith Combination, that one was a deep one I liked. That's off rocks. Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
awesome one too. Mercury Blues, Lindley, he thought was cool. Life's Been Good, Walsh, we touched on Walsh.
Yeah.
A band that I'm not into for no particular reason, Little Feat, Texas Twister, one of the coolest riffs I've ever heard, he said. So I have to check that out. I haven't, but
Yeah. Weren't they kind of, yeah, I was not into Little Feet.
I never tried
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beatles, Helter Skelter, never really loved that song personally.
neither.
Message in a Bottle, Police.
Huh.
Yeah. And then Brian McCullough sent his list, friend of ours too.
Right. Yeah.
He's got U2 in there, of course, because he's Irish.
Oh, yeah, right. yeah, totally.
I Will Follow. Audio Slave, Be Yourself, Rebel Yell, Billy, Hot for Teacher, Shoot to Thrill. I knew he loves the cult as I do. Firewoman's awesome.
Right.
Killing in the Name Rage, which we had on Reed had on his list, I think. Fly Away, Lenny. Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall, Part 2, and LaGrange.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
And this cat, one more, just my last list, Omar. He's been digging our show. This cat named Omar,
Okay.
right? He's loving us, by the
Okay.
way. Sweet Child, which was on your list. Teen Spirit. Deep Manson cut, Coma White, which is awesome, but to me, he's metal, so I didn't have him on my list. But Whole Lot of Rosie, Fade to Black, Metallica, Dr. UFO. Shout out. Johnny Be Good Again. Carry On, which was on my list, Kansas.
Yeah.
And Heat of the Moment, Asia. Let's just move on from that. His quote, though, he said, "This channel needs more exposure."
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I've just shared it to a few classic rock Facebook groups I'm in. You guys deserve to be bigger. Keep up the great work. So thank you, Omar.
Thanks, brother.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Yeah, I like your list too. A lot of it. Yeah.
And the last one on the top 10 guitar riffs, Jimmy Arsenero says, "This was killer." Shocked there was no early Alice Cooper stuff in there. And I thought of it. Trust me. It was in my, if it was the top 15, Under My Wheels probably would have been in there, right?
Right.
Regardless, still a crushing show. I love Jimmy so far.
Yeah.
I enjoyed all of it. And I'm now a subscriber. Thank you. for the fun watch earlier today. I plan on pimping your thing as much as I can. Jimmy.
He's an official member of the Beer, Rum, and Rock and Roll Club.
Yeah,
Yes,
he is.
Yeah, totally.
Welcome.
Yeah.
And a couple from the Rock Shot on Motley's 40th, Too Fast for Love.
Okay.
Mr. Brett Miles, who we both know.
Yeah.
Holy crap. 40 years ago was a killer time for music. Fuck yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think we both know that. Another one that makes me feel old and young at the same time. I have not taken this record for a spin in decades. I love these rock shots because now it makes me want to listen to these albums start to finish. I think we all live in a playlist or a shuffle world these days, which I definitely do. I'm bad for that.
Yeah.
I do because I like the variety, but I got to get back to listening to everything. And he said great stuff, so thanks, Brett, for that. But yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Brett.
Yeah.
You know, I've been buying vinyl every year for just stocking it up. When the kids move out, a sweet system goes upstairs. I already got a great turntable.
You got it all planned out.
I already got the turntable. I just have, and
Right.
I got the collection that adds every year. And Christmas coming up,
Sure.
it's always, there's a bunch of vinyl under the tree.
Right.
And some of it I know it's coming, some I don't. And what I love about it is that you do listen to you can
You're
do
less
this.
apt to lift the needle around. Yeah, of course.
You're certainly not going to do that.
Yes.
And you get that space in between.
Yeah.
And all of it kind of bringing back lots of memories. And it's an important way to listen to music, especially the old stuff.
Right.
Because that's how we did,
I just picture you going, Dad, I don't want to go apartment hunting again. Well, let's go. I saw something.
I'm not into the shopping.
Yes.
Yeah.
The last one, Sebastian Wilcox said about the Motley album, still a go-to for me, raunchy, raw, melodic, and timeless. Devil and Horns.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to Sebastian. Yeah. So yeah, people are digging it, man, which is good. Love the feedback.
Yeah. Love that record.
Oh, dude. Okay, let's get on with it.
All right.
Rock news. I'm on Instagram and I follow Juliette Lewis, actress, musician.
Yeah.
We love her. Yes.
Totally. Yeah.
She posted something that I just sat back in my seat, even though I kind of knew this, but when you see it in your face, it just fucking what? So she posted this clip and it says this: Spotify's CEO, Daniel Ek, is worth $3.8 billion.
Yeah.
Right? You know where this is going. I'm
Oh,
sure.
I totally do.
He sells music others create and pays them virtually nothing. He's never written a song and is 3 times richer than Paul McCartney. Okay? So she says, I'm mad as I'm reading that fucking thing. She goes, Spotify started out as pure criminal and then went, whoops, let me pay you a penny. Cool. We're straight now, right? I mean, that's it in a fucking nutshell.
That is.
And I just thought, wow, they got to fix that. I don't know how, but they have to fix that.
You got to look at the history of music in the last 30, 40 years, right?
Yes.
It's gone from the technology was starting, artists were able to start producing more of their own stuff, being able to kind of take control of the path, right? To then getting ripped away with Napster and all that. Then starting to get the movement happening again, right? And selling, lots of shows and lots of merch and lots of, trying to get a lot of it back. And then boom, now everybody's not listening to radio, which you get some money from, and it's more than Spotify.
Right.
Then they get knocked down again. And
right.
then
Radio's such a narrow spectrum. Yeah. Exactly.
Sure. And then it gets knocked down again with
Yeah.
the streaming thing and the devaluation of their potential.
It's just wrong.
It's been a hard road.
It's just wrong that a guy who's attached to a cool piece of software gets all the dough.
Oh, dude, you can look at a lot of industries and that's the way it is,
It's fuck. As a music fan, though, it's heartbreaking because it's fucking everything up.
Wow.
Yes, it's back to the live show, which is great. I love that. But man, imagine starting out in a band today. Are you fucking kidding me? How do you fucking pay for groceries, man? Like really?
Oh, it's
come on.
It's not the way.
And just speaking to Instagram, are you loving like I am Mick Jagger's fucking Instagram?
Did you say, okay, I know what I saw, but.
Well, just to give people, if you don't, what he does, now the tour is over now, but when the tour was going, whatever city he was in, he'd get a driver, I'm sure.
Yeah.
bouncing him around to sites, famous sites, and he'd be like posing in front of fucking wherever. And there's people around,
of course,
oblivious, because he's dressed like fucking dad. He's got khakis on and a shirt and a baseball cap or whatever. He looks like Mr. fucking nobody. And it just makes me howl every time. If I saw him, I would just lose my mind. But nobody seems to notice at all.
You know, when you don't see them in that garb and in that kind of condition.
You're not expecting it.
I mean, I saw a little thing on Instagram where Tommy Lee pulls up in a Ferrari or something and some guy's going,
I saw that.
And he has no idea who he's talking to. And I mean, I'm going, you should really, you know, have your head examined how you don't know who this is.
Especially because he transcends music. Like he's a
He
pop
does. That's
culture.
what I mean. He's not just like Mick. He's so visible and
He was asking him where'd you get the car and what do you do for a living?
What do you do for a
living?
living?
How do you afford this car? Because the car is probably $350 or whatever it is. And he's like, oh, what do I do for a living? And he just pauses. And that was hilarious.
But same with like, you know, Mick. Yeah, when they go under the radar, it almost seems impossible. But then you see he's got a 44-year-old younger than him wife.
Right.
You know, I mean, you see those two together, I guess you think, oh, maybe it's grandpa and, you know, whatever.
Right. Yeah, right.
Right? So
it's just wild, though. The one was in Fremont Street in Vegas. And he's standing right in the middle of Fremont Street.
Yeah.
It's not like he's tucked off to the side. He's right in the middle.
Yeah.
And there's people everywhere.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, my God. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just touch just a little bit on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that just happened. I just want to mention that the Foo Fighters got in, and what stood out is Taylor Hawkins' speech. A lot of the times these guys will give a shout out to people who they think should be in. So I thought that was cool. And he said George Michael, who for sure, Jane's Addiction. You know, they're alt rock fucking kings. They should definitely be in my opinion. And Soundgarden, who should also be in, just not yet. We're not going to go down this rant again, but where's Maiden and Priest, blah, blah, blah. But so those were his shout outs, all three worthy for me. I thought that was cool.
Right.
And yeah, I haven't watched the entire show. I just cherry picked some stuff. I saw them perform, 2 or 3 of their hits again. And did you watch it or any?
Well, I had no intention of watching it.
Right.
And I didn't even know it was on. But I just happened to be going through the channels, and you know how it's in the window of your thing, it's basically telling what's on, and then you see the little clip.
Yes.
And my eyes immediately flashed up because it recognized Randy Rhoads.
There you go.
On the thing, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know, so I mean, I hit a select okay, whatever, as quick as I fucking
That'll
could.
get you to stop.
Right? And I go, what the fuck's that? Right?
Yeah.
And then I realized, it's that. So I watched the Randy thing.
It was a packaged piece, right?
Yeah, it was and Morello did the induction into this thing. And so I'm like, okay, fuck, I caught this, right?
That was the coolest part of the whole show.
When the world aligns,
right,
where you're at a moment where you're looking for something to watch,
and there's
and you're going through the motion to do it, and all of a sudden, your hero just magically appears.
Yeah,
I felt pretty damn good at that moment. I really did enjoy. So thankfully, they did that. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, you're right, and it was cool that they did it. Of course, you want more. You want somebody playing live some of those songs or whatever. It's not going to happen. But that package was cool. And Morello is the shit. Like his Kiss induction speech was fantastic. This was also really good. Yeah. And thanks to him, it's largely because of him that Randy's even in there, and Kiss too. Like he's the one beating that fucking drum the hardest, right? Last thing I want to add to that is in that pack, I love Zakk Wylde's quote. I don't know if you remember this, but he said, the elite guys that sit around the round table of greatness of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Hendrix, Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, hands down, sits at that table.
He has a seat at that table. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if he wrote that.
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah. It was fucking perfect.
Yeah. Well, he looks like he's one of those warriors that would have sat around the round table.
With a
know what I mean? He's got
mug.
This big fucking pig, on
the spit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
His fucking Viking helmet
and
on.
Come Warriors, Richie, come on in. Eddie.
Totally, right?
Oh, yeah. Did you see that Alex is going to play with Lee Roth on the...
I think that's still in the rumor mill, dude. Did he say that? Because
I know heard the last 5 shows he's going to do. That's what I heard or read.
That would be unbelievable if that happened. I'm not putting money on that. I'd put money on Michael Anthony showing up before that.
Interesting.
That's me. I heard that was in the mill.
Did you hear it was the last 5? Like it seems like it's pretty specific when you see that information, like, okay. And he's, that's the last we're going to see of David Lee Roth.
Well, people are they're looking at
I believe him.
Because he's Dave. He knows how this shit works. He puts in brackets, or is it, on the poster. But I do think it is too, because the rumor is he's got some shit going on health-wise. So a lot of people are speculating. If Alex showed up, I would be surprised, but I hope it happens.
Yeah.
Michael I could see before, but that would be cool. That's New Year's, one of those shows, eh?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know.
Should I go back?
Is he going to be there? Is this going to be what I think it might be?
Yeah.
A little fucking hot for teacher with the... oh, fuck. It would be so crazy.
It would be crazy. Oh, dude. The last couple things I want to mention is concert announcements. So Marcus King's coming to town, to the Palace Theater.
Right.
May 13th. He's doing a tour next year. So I will be at that show.
Right.
The second one, I don't have a date for this one yet, so you get dibs if you want it. An evening with Bruce Dickinson at the Jack Singer Concert Hall. So he's doing this he's been doing this for a while, where he shows up and tells tales and does this stuff, and
like Henry Rollins.
Rollins-esque, yeah. March 21st. So I'll tell you exactly what it is according to like the press thing.
Okay.
So the show's split into 2 parts. First section is Bruce talking, telling humorous stories and his satirical look at the world, blah, blah, blah. Treating the audience to private insights into his drive, ambition, with plenty of maiden anecdotes, right? Not just the giddy heights, but the extreme lows. So, it's not all gravy, right? Punctuated with photographs and sometimes even erupting into song a cappella style. Yeah, he'll just break into fucking Flight of the Icarus or whatever.
Oh my God.
Right. And the second part of the show is Q&A. So their advice here is make the questions good, because he's winging it. So, and you can imagine he's good at this.
Oh yeah.
So make it entertaining kind of thing. So I think it would be cool. And I have 2 tickets.
Yeah, well.
The second one is not spoken for. So you can think about that. You can be my date if you want. But yeah, he's a pilot, fucking speaker, fucking fencer. Like he does all this shit. He's got tales to tell, right?
Yeah, and he's always lived his life on a trajectory that was different than most. Like the pilot thing, like he was.
Yes.
We're getting into Aces High, and where that drive is coming from, right?
Right.
And then you see he's a pilot, and you're going, oh fuck, that took some time and commitment outside of and you're obviously a driven cat, you know what I mean? And then.
Well, he does not sit still.
No.
Like, he could be, in theory, I don't know this, but he could be exhausting. Like, he's one of these guys who's just going. He kicked cancer's ass. This guy's done everything.
Yeah.
He never sits still. He's one of these dudes, right?
Yeah.
And good for him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, forgot about this. He's behind this.
Right.
Iron Maiden beer.
And he's one of my top 3 singers.
I believe. Was he your number 1? He was number 3 for me. I had Ozzy, Halford, Dickinson. That was my 3.
Yeah.
I think he was your number 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I know he's up there. I just can't remember now because it changed a multitude of times.
Those 3 are, come on, they're interchangeable for sure.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, that's it for my news nuggets. Okay.
Let's get at it.
Let's start this top 10, buddy. Top 10 cover songs, plus 3 honorable mentions, the huge.
Right.
Only one rule, no instrumentals, because we're going to do a top 10 instrumentals, so let's keep that off the table. Let's flip that motherfucker and see who goes first, or who gets the choice to go first.
What do you want? You want Candy or Angel?
Oh, let's go Angel, yeah.
Angel it is.
Woo! God, what do I want to do, Beau? I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, here's my criteria.
So selfish.
Because
but that's fine. No
if
big
I
deal.
don't set up criteria for myself, yeah, exactly, you asshole. If I don't set up criteria, this is for me, or I call it, or restrictions, I'd still be doing this list. So I need parameters for myself.
Right.
Right. So here they are. There's 3. In my opinion, it has to be better than the original one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the most important one.
Right.
That's the one.
Sure.
The original had to be written by a band or artist, not some professional fucking songwriter nobody knows.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
That was my other one.
Huh.
One song per artist.
Okay.
Because half of this could be Metallica. It was my, they have so many fucking great covers. And I avoided straight up blues covers because there's a fucking gazillion of them. I avoided most of that stuff.
Right.
So I tried to streamline it with
Right.
those criteria.
Right.
Loosely, anyway. But the number one was it, in my opinion, it's better than the original one. That's the biggie.
Right.
Okay. Number 10.
Let's go.
Let's do it. You might have heard of these guys, Lennon and McCartney. They wrote this one. It was on their 69 album, Abbey Road.
Was this like helping friends somehow?
No.
Interesting.
No, not that one.
Okay.
This is more about friends coming together.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's the deal. I don't really like this song that much, the Beatles version. But when Aerosmith did it,
Right.
I'm like, oh, this has got a fucking swagger and a darkness to it that now suddenly I like.
Right.
So they did it in 78. And it was on, remember that awesome movie, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band?
Oh, don't remember it at all.
With the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton? Well, that's where it shows up. They're the bad band.
Right.
And they play this. And
Right.
it's cool as shit, that 2 minutes of the
Little
movie.
bit. Yeah.
And then it showed up on live bootleg. And where I heard it was Aerosmith's Greatest Hits is where it really hit me. The studio version is on there.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just, it comes in at number 10, and I think it's cool. I want to mention the lyrics. They're mad.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to research what they meant, and I really got nowhere. Like, the only thing I got was the opening line, "Here come old flat top," is the opening line of a Chuck Berry song called "You Can't Catch Me," right?
Okay.
He come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeball. He's one holy roller. He wear no shoe shine. He got toe jam football. He's got monkey finger. He shoot Coca-Cola. Like,
Right.
how fucking high were they
Yeah.
when they came up with this shit, right?
Right.
Who cares? It sounds cool. I don't know what it means, most of it. I don't care.
Sure.
And you're probably thinking, Randy, if you love Aerosmith that much, which I do, why didn't you pick Train Kept a Rolling?
Mm-hmm.
Because
The blues
it doesn't fall
thing,
into my
yeah.
criteria, because who wrote it?
Yeah.
Do you know?
idea. No.
There you go. So that was my weasel out. Everybody, what's the Yardbirds? No. No, it's not the Yardbirds. That's who Aerosmith is copying, but the Yardbirds did not write that song.
Right.
Anyway, Come Together, number 10.
Interesting, because that's one song. I grew up learning to play guitar on the Beatles songbook.
Yep.
So I really started to loathe the Beatles.
Right.
And so when the Beatles, people start covering bands that I love, start covering the Beatles,
Yep.
that I've played those songs to death, I was like, fuck, couldn't get it. I couldn't get there, And even to this
Right.
day, this is one that I just I can't listen to.
Well, that's why it's number 10.
Teach his own.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Steven Tyler does it, and Joe.
But the lyrics, you're 100% that
they're so weird.
they had so many weird, Lennon and McCartney in particular.
Right.
Maxwell's Silver Hammer, Rocky Raccoon,
There's some drugs going
You're
around.
like, come on, man. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Anyways,
Anyway, number 10, yeah.
Okay.
What's yours, dude?
I'm wearing a shirt.
Oh, well.
Rain Wolf.
Nice. You're going obscure.
Okay, so I might as well talk about my list here because I kind of just went, I didn't want this to become a 2-week destructive practice for me. It was just kind of what came quickly, and I kind of compiled a little list, and then I just narrowed it down from there.
You know what?
Because I could go deep. I could go deep and go, oh, fuck, yes, and then have that whole war in my fucking head.
Yes.
Like Mustaine and fuck, a war inside my head.
Yes. I do exactly the same thing. The ones that come into my head first, I jot those down super fast.
Yeah.
And then the nightmare starts after that. But
Yeah. So I like these for different reasons.
Sure.
So he did this performance on this radio
I know what it
station,
is. Go ahead.
KEXP or something in Seattle. Rain Wolf did. He's from Saskatoon, is he?
Yes,
Yeah,
he's
right?
badass.
And
Yep.
so he has this instrument here, which is a Epiphone mandolin, electric mandolin in the shape of a Firebird, which is just so badass.
Yep.
And he does a version of The Chain by
Yes.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yes.
And he does it all. He's got 2 guitars on him. He's got the mandolin, then he's got a semi-hollow, and then he's also playing the drums with his foot. And
Yeah.
you got to just watch it. And it's just so inspiring how that song just kind of has this whole new life. And it was already so fucking amazing to begin
It's my
with.
favorite Fleetwood Mac song.
Right?
Yep.
So it's already got this, and they can do it a million different ways in Fleetwood Mac.
Yep.
And they'd all be amazing. But it wouldn't be like this.
Fuck, I never thought of that one. Awesome choice,
Fuck.
dude. Awesome.
So 10, Rain Wolf, The Chain.
Right on.
Yeah.
So you're okay with one-man bands?
Yes, I am.
We'll just leave it at
yes,
that.
I am.
Yeah, you're right. That clip, that's the first time I heard or saw him. I'm like, who is this motherfucker? He is unreal, and I've been a fan ever since. Yeah.
You know what
Wicked
pisses
choice.
you know what pisses me off though
No.
is that I bought this mandolin
Because of that video?
well before Rainwolf
Oh, you did?
had anything of an attempt at a career.
He's
Because
ripping you
I've
off.
had it for about 15 years. You know what I mean? I don't know how old he is, but he
Right.
wouldn't have been jamming that tune yet.
Probably not.
Right? And I'm going, what a great way to use it because he plugs it into a Marshall and it just got this wicked attitude. Anyways.
Oh, it's so
So
awesome.
it's disappointing to me that I missed that opportunity because it was so cool.
I love that choice, man. That's fantastic. Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 9, kind of in the same, I would say, in the same world. Stripped down, raw, fucking noisy shit.
Yeah.
This one was originally written and performed by Dolly Parton, released in 1973. You know what it's
Oh,
be,
yeah,
right?
I know where you're going. Yeah, yeah.
Jolene.
Jolene.
But it doesn't sound like that.
No, it don't.
It sounds like this. Jolene. Jolene. Fucking White Stripes doing Jolene. I paid way too much for this live DVD that was out of print of theirs.
Right.
I think I paid $60
Right.
for it or something.
Right.
It's called Live Under the Blackpool Lights. And they do this song on there.
Yeah.
And it's such a fucking awesome racket.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, it opens, it's all mellow and chill. And then when that chorus comes in, it just like you hit a light switch. It just punches you right in the fucking
Oh,
face.
yeah.
It's like,
And that song is a puncher in the face. You
Oh,
know, if you
man.
look at it at its intent.
yeah.
You know?
On Wikipedia, I read this. The song was inspired by a red-headed bank clerk who flirted with her husband, Dolly's,
Yeah.
at his local bank around the time they were newly married. Please, Jolene, don't take my man. And it's cool that he doesn't change the lyrics
Right.
to girl or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Straight ahead.
But
off
you
you
know,
go.
he's such a historian and true to the art itself that you don't fucking do that. You know what I mean? Unless it's in a concert, you go Calgary or whatever. But even then, I don't think he would.
On a Calgary highway.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, so that's my number 9. I just love it.
Yeah.
I fucking never tire of it. I love the song to begin with. I like Dolly's version as well, but this is nothing like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's better to my criteria. Yeah.
Yeah, that song, she's had a few. I Will Always Love You is another that was
Dude.
covered by Whitney. That's 2 Dolly tracks, you know, that
There you
were
go.
incredibly done by other people.
And what's awesome about Dolly is most of these country artists, especially back then, didn't write their own shit.
No.
She wrote a lot of her own stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, dude. Let's move on. You're number 9. What do you got?
Okay. Well, here's a band that just took covers and ripped them off.
Oh, I know where this is going.
But when you heard the original of this track
Yeah.
by Joan Baez,
Yeah. I knew exactly where you're going. Yeah.
when you heard that, and then you heard what they did with it, and how even today I get goosebumps sometimes when I listen to this and I turn it up. Led Zeppelin, Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, number 9 for me. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a fucking gooder.
pretty awesome.
Joan Baez. Yeah. Definitely better than the original.
Listen to the original and you're going, fuck, this is unbelievable. What was so cool about it was that she has this weird guitar thing that she's doing into her intro, and it was really busy and kind of folky, noisy, like in the sound of the era when she was writing this music.
Right.
They took it and made it very melodic and slowed it down and just turned it into this heart-wrenching, awesome, cataclysmic sound adventure. It was fucking amazing.
It is amazing. I never tired
It
of
should have
that
been
one.
higher, actually, on my list. But
I'm surprised it's that low, but anyhow, yeah. No knocking that fucking choice.
yeah.
Okay, my number 8 is written by Peter Green of Fleetwood Mac. So Fleetwood Mac's coming up, well, twice now, right?
Yes.
It ends up on an album called Abraxas by Santana, released in 1970. Black Magic Woman. Like, I'm a big Santana guy, and this song, for me, is the Santana song. You got Greg Rowley on vocals, who ends up in Journey with Neil, right? He's awesome. It's generally the same. Like, if you listen to both, but then they add congas and all this stuff and change the chord patterns a bit, and it just becomes a Santana song. Nobody hears that song and thinks of Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
It does not happen.
No, never.
Period.
No. That's everybody go, what? He didn't write that?
Right.
Yeah.
So that nails it, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's just tasty, the groove, the feel. Carlos wailing through the whole thing.
You know, it's just got a sonic sound to it that he was so identifiable, but Yeah,
I'm
got great.
you know, when I think of that top 10 guitarist, his name never came up, and I regretted it because he's amazing. And coming back full circle to the House of Blues, where I saw the Black Crowes, I saw Santana at that venue, and that's a small venue, right?
Right.
It's steep up top,
Yeah.
and then it's general at the bottom. It's a big bar, but a small venue.
Right.
Dude,
Yeah.
he walks out head to toe in peach suit,
Yeah.
peach hat.
Yeah. Awesome.
Before he hits a note, I'm like, okay, this is awesome.
Yeah, he knows how to dress that fine young man.
I'm a big fan. He's killer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's my number 8.
Hey,
Black
good-
Magic Woman.
Good choice, man.
Thank you, sir. I have a feeling we're not going to argue on this one, so I'll see if I can. Yeah, we'll see. We're going to agree too much. We'll see.
We'll see. Randy's hesitant.
I'll feign some anger. I'll just fake something. What?
You're going to hate some picks. I can guarantee you.
Oh, awesome. Right
No,
on.
maybe you won't. I don't know.
Okay, bring it on.
This one was just all about the juxtaposition for me. It's just so awesome in that way. And now this guy
Oh, I think I know already.
has done.
I think I know already. I swear. Go ahead.
You might want to.
I can read your mind. Go
Okay.
ahead.
He's done another cover that was very popular.
Yeah.
And
Does his name start with an M? Does his last name start with an M?
does he have sweet dreams, Randy? I don't know.
Dude, you know we're friends. That's all it took.
Well,
Oh, dude.
yeah, the other one was Tainted Love, which was just great.
I fucking hate that song, but his version I like.
Right.
That song, I can't stand
Of
it.
course you can't. They've taken it, that intro with the dirty solo guitar coming in. Oh, fuck. In some ways, you're going to see that that's a general thread going through here, that the cover was just so good. It wasn't an immediate replication
Yes.
of what it is.
Right.
And they took it to a level that, depending on what time they were in their career, in a new direction or a better direction, which
Right.
makes it worthwhile. So,
Yeah, that was early on.
but this one was just
Yeah.
so fucking frighteningly different. And
Yeah.
we all heard the Eurythmics version ad nauseum.
Which I also like. I do like
and
it.
I like some
Yeah.
of that David Stewart, Annie Lennox
Sure.
stuff, and he's brilliant. And that's where a song comes from.
Yeah.
But then you can get a twisted fuck like this guy do it, and it's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, man. And you're right. When I say, well, in my opinion, it's got to be better than the original. Well, better usually means a lot different. It's not straight ahead.
Sure.
That's that.
Yeah. Love it.
Oh, fuck,
8,
dude.
Sweet Dreams, Marilyn
I
Manson.
love it, too. You might hear more of that later. I'm not going to say much right now.
Okay.
Okay, my number 7. You could debate whether it's better than the original, but for me it is. But I get the debate.
You're giving us an out already?
Yeah, I'm giving you an out because it is written by Paul McCartney again.
Again. Well,
And
they did
Wings,
write some
and
songs.
Wings this time.
Ah.
So it's the theme
Well.
song for a 1973 James Bond movie.
It was a
Written
Wings
by
song.
Paul and Linda,
Oh, yeah.
produced by George Martin from, Beatles.
Why
fame.
don't I know this song? Why isn't it
He
coming to
arranged
my
the
head?
orchestra on it. First rock song.
Oh,
to
Live and
open-
Let Die.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I know where you're going.
Oh, the most successful Bond theme up to that point. First rock song to open a Bond film, blah, blah, blah. Nominated for an Oscar. But then GNR takes a hold of this fucking thing in 91 on Use Your Illusion 1
Yeah.
and fucking annihilates it, if you ask me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's so fucking badass. I love it, man. And it got nominated for Best Hard Rock Grammy Performance in 93. I got a quote from Slash on this one. It's one of those songs like Heaven's Door, which is another cover they
Yeah,
did, which
yeah.
they did a good job of, I thought,
Sure.
that Axl and I have always loved. It's always been a really heavy song, but we'd never discussed it and didn't know that we each liked it. We were talking one night about a cover song and that came up. We were like, yeah, let's do it. So I went to rehearsal with Izzy, Matt, and Duff just to see whether we would sound good playing it. And it sounded really fucking heavy, and it does, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing he said about Axl, he does all the synth on it. Axl does. So he said, when we did the song, it was all synth, and these horns are not horns. They're synth horns, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And Axl went in there, and it's really complex, and he spent the hours dialing that shit in, getting the nuances just right, and I have to give him that. Yeah, I think it's awesome. And live, it's even better. Like, of course, it starts off chill, and then boom, again. And it goes bananas. Like, it just goes off the chain. And then back down, and then back up.
And that's the video footage you see, like when you watch
Yes.
the video. Like it's a live video performance, which that's the only way I remember seeing
Right,
it
you mentioned that. That's Izzy's last appearance in the.
in the band.
Well, it was made just before he left.
Oh, I see.
So it's the last one he actually appears in.
Appears on.
Yeah. So there you
It's
go.
a great pick, and it is an excellent performance.
Oh,
Um,
when Axl screams, you know the scream, the one scream in there.
yeah. And yeah.
Oh my God, that motherfucker can sing.
I'm a big fan of orchestration in great rock music
Right?
when it suits the purpose. Why it's not on my list, and I'm going to defend it only that I know it's a great song, is that that's the key to that song was this huge orchestration, and it didn't depart enough. Like it was already big and beautiful and bombastic.
Didn't depart enough.
Well, I didn't have a criteria. It just didn't come to. I'm just guessing as to why it didn't come to mind.
Because it's so much heavier.
Right away, it's heavier.
Way heavier. Holy fuck.
Not heavy like Sweet Dreams
No,
heavier.
maybe not quite.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
exactly.
creepy. Yeah.
Yeah. But they use the power of the tune to their advantage, which is and in their world, and
They
that's
did.
what I see going on there. It was an
Right.
easy one to do.
I
you know?
suppose you're right. They took it and then just put it on 11.
That's right. That I guess is
yeah.
what I'm trying to say, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It's still fucking awesome.
It really is.
And I love that, Axl, in the sense that the commitment of him to do those parts and contribute in that fashion without bringing someone else in to kind of do
That
it.
is cool.
Kept it inside is a great story to tell, and I didn't know that. So
I didn't know that either till I
That's-
fucking researched
that's very
it.
cool.
And they've done some good covers, like Spaghetti Incident gets dogged as a contract obligation album or whatever, but there's good shit on there.
Yeah.
It's all covers, and some are obscure, some of that punk stuff, and they do Hair of the Dog by Nazareth.
Yeah, sure.
That one, 50s ballad, I could have lived without that one, but anyway.
Yeah, anyways.
Live and
Great.
Let Die, kick ass.
Great. Number 7 for me, it's a band called Cake.
Oh,
And
they've done some good ones.
they've done Ruby by Kenny,
Yeah, Don't Take Your Love to Town.
which is awesome. And
Yeah.
it was like, I couldn't tell, but I went with War Pigs.
Which one did you pick? War Pigs.
War Pigs, because they embellished a new kind of groove in the middle
Right.
of it. It's not Black Sabbath loose, it's, and they're very more structured. And his delivery on covers really suits my ear. As soon as we said a cover record, I'm going, oh, fuck, I already know who's on the list. Just where. And
They've done some good ones.
and which ones? And
Yeah.
and they have a bunch of them. But War Pigs by Cake, the original Black Sabbath, with Ruby close second for me at number
Ruby.
7. Yeah.
See, this is again back to me simplifying my list. For me, there's no way that's better than the original, so it's gone. As good as it is.
See, yeah, you got a different parameter.
I
I
do.
just
I had
love
to.
what they did with it.
I do
Because then
too.
I get to hear this great song 2 times in different ways.
I
you know?
love what they did with it too, but I'd still be making my list.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, and I'm learning how to make it simpler somehow.
Fuck.
Somehow.
Yeah, they've done some good ones for sure.
Yeah, 7 War Pigs Cake.
All right.
Yeah.
My number, what are we at? We're at 6. How can I make this so you're not going to get it right away? I can't. It
Well,
was.
fuck,
It was.
I couldn't
It was
believe
the,
I didn't
it
get
was
the
the
Wings
first
one.
single from their second album, "Smells Like Children." Well, that's a creepy fucking title in '95. It's "Sweet Dreams." Number 6, "Sweet Dreams," of course.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So yeah, to your point, yeah, "Personal Jesus" he did, "Tainted Love," 5 to 1 by The Doors, "Working Class." He's done a bunch of good covers, right? "Working Class Hero" by Lennon. I love it. Here's the quote I have from him on the release of that as a single off that EP. They didn't want to release it,
Really?
the record company, yeah.
Too sick.
Which I knew would be a song that even people who didn't like our band, which there's a lot of them,
Yeah.
would like.
Yeah.
We baffled the label this time and learned we could win. It was a disheartening experience, but it didn't hurt half as much as the fact that no one at the label ever congratulated us on the success of the song. Like they wouldn't admit that they were
They
wrong.
just wanted to walk away from it as far as they could.
And for me, I have to tie the song with the video because that's where I heard it. I saw it.
Yeah.
And when I first saw that, I'll admit, I'm like, what am I watching right now?
Yeah.
He's riding a pig,
Oh, you know,
cutting
he's-
himself. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What's with that Cadillac or the jumping up and down?
Because I had no idea who this guy was.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening? And there's a guy in a dress. And I'm like, I kind of dismissed it.
Yeah.
I've told this story before. And then I saw the video for Beautiful People. And he just blew my mind. And
Yeah.
I've been a massive fan ever since. And then I went back. And yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a great song. Creepy as hell. Creepiest. It was voted. I think I got a stat here. Yeah, it was nominated for Best Rock Video in 96 at the MTV Music Awards. And in 2010, Billboard rated it the scariest music video ever made.
Right?
Beating Michael Jackson's Thriller.
And that wasn't scary.
No. It's not scary either. It's creepy, though. That's the word. And it's fucking weird because at that time, everybody knows who Manson is now, but then nobody did.
Yeah.
He got the fucking contacts and
he's
scarred up and he's fucking whacked.
And the weird camera angles, everything was just so fucking twisted.
Everybody in that band looked nuts.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that cover, man.
Yeah. Good one.
Love it. Okay. We are up to, it's your number, 6, right?
Okay. This was a song that I never really liked, but I'm not as old as you.
Here we go.
One you know.
You got to get that age jab in there. Eh?
How do I get this back? Yeah.
As he can't figure out his iPad.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting old. Oh, fuck. You really got me, Randy.
Oh! Boom. There you go.
Yeah, I wasn't a Kinks guy, and I just didn't get into that kind of shimmery pop Europe shit. You know, I just didn't.
Right.
I was much darker.
Right.
And this kind of dance music was just not my thing. But
what
they did with this track on
who's they, Beau?
Van fucking Halen, Randy. You don't know this shit.
Who's they?
You Really Got Me comes in at number 6. It's the same song, but with all the beautifulness of Van Halen in it.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And a great version of it. And it's the only version for me. To your point of your kind of rules and mandates that you want to follow, this is way, 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 way better than the original.
Oh, absolutely. There's no fucking contest, man.
Yeah.
But the Kinks version, that guitar sound was very revolutionary in the hard rock world, right? It's not that poppy. It was a huge influence on a lot of rock guitar players.
Sure it was. And I'm not, it just wasn't for me. I just didn't.
No, I get it. I'm not a Kinks guy either, but.
Yeah, just that thing I just didn't get.
Yeah.
But I get it what they did with it. Yeah.
They Van Halenized the shit out of it.
They sure did.
Yeah, I am not arguing with that pick.
That ending.
Oh, man. It's so good. Yeah. Okay, coming in at number 5 for me, and I could have gone a lot of ways here, as I touched on earlier. Metallica have done a lot of awesome covers.
Right.
Killing Time by Sweet Savage, Bread Fan by Budgie, Whiskey in the Jar, fucking Thin Lizzy, Sabracadabra Sabbath. That Garage Days Inc. double disc with all their covers on it that they did throughout the years. It's one of my favorite Metallica albums. Full fucking stop. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't love every cover on it, but most of it is fucking unreal.
Yeah.
And what I love what they do, especially the early covers, they're picking obscure covers that people think it's a Metallica song.
Right.
So it's super smart.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that song you do, Bread Fan, is wicked.
Oh, no one heard of Budgie at that point.
No,
Yeah.
There's no way, right? So they were smart that way, but they're badass fucking songs, right? My pick, though, I had to go to Kill 'Em All, Am I Evil?
Right.
Diamond Head, come on. So it was released by Diamond Head on an album called Lightning to the Nations in 1980.
Yeah.
And Metallica loved these guys. They covered a few of their songs, right? But nobody over here knew who Diamond Head was, right?
Yeah.
And it was released as a B-side on Creeping Death in 84. They play it all the time. My favorite part lyrically, I'm still a fucking 16-year-old inside, is when Hetfield goes, "Am I evil? Yes, I fucking am." Well, that's not on the Diamond Head version.
Right, of course not. No.
I love the track because it builds, changes tempo, it gets fast at the end. And you know what's badass? When the big four gets together for that, Megadeth, Slayer, Anthrax,
Metallica. Yeah.
The song they all come out to at the end and jam to is
Am
this
I
one.
Evil? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's on the DVD and it's fucking sick. Yeah, Am I Fucking Evil? Metallica. The only thing I want to touch on before you give you 2 cents on that is just 2 lyric lines. How do you not like a fucking song that starts like this? My mother was a witch. She was burned alive. Thank this little bitch for the tears I cried. I mean, it's dark, man.
Yeah. Although they're not on my list, Randy. Sorry.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So I can give you a hard time for stuff that's not on your list, not where your picks are.
Yeah.
No Metallica. Oh, yeah, Am I Evil's fucking badass. Okay.
All right, number 5.
Number 5. The dramatic pause.
I've seen him in concert. He writes incredible songs, but they're in his style, which is just they're missing something that somebody that's got some creativity can really expand. And that's what happened here with a song from Bob Dylan.
Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, nice work.
That was covered by no one other than Jimi Hendrix, called All Along the Watchtower.
Oh,
Now,
man.
You hear the Bob Dylan folk protesty kind of thing, but then you turn it around and in the same breath at the same time, turn it into a completely other monstrosity that spoke to the same people.
That's right.
But in a different way. It was just unbelievable. Taking a great song, but again, given the color and the style that he had,
Right.
just did the song a whole other service.
To see that, right? When you hear it, the Dylan version for Hendrix to see that,
Right.
I can fucking do something with that.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to be developing this shit, you know?
Right. It's quick.
Like, this is immediate
Yeah.
response to the music at the time and immediately turning it around into something other than what it was is very exceptional. Love this track.
It's fucking great, man.
Yeah.
And you know, I like Dylan. I listen to a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of people cover his stuff better. From Hendrix to Adele.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
they're like, who wrote that?
Yeah.
Oh, Bob Dylan, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the guy can write a song, but not
Yeah.
everybody wants to hear him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that pick is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5 from me, All Along the Watch.
Jimmy, fuck yeah. Okay, we're at number 4.
Yeah.
Moving right along. This is the second track on my list, written by Peter Green for Fleetwood Mac.
Okay, awesome.
Do you know what it is already?
I already know what it is.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. I know.
I'll give you the lyric.
Yeah.
Cause you're the green Benalishi with a 2-pronged crown. All my tying is up, all
JP.
you're bringing is down.
Down.
Yeah, Judas Priest doing green Benalishi, Fleetwood Mac.
What a great fucking pick, Randy. Now I'm just fucking mad.
Oh, you don't have it? Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
I do not.
Dude. I mean, this is a Judas Priest song.
This is a Judas Priest song.
And a crazy thing about it, too, is most Priest fans even weren't aware of it until Unleashed in the East, the live version of it.
Right.
That's the one that hit.
Yeah.
At least that's when it hit me.
Well, that's the one that got me. I got the record from
Fuck.
Flea Market.
Yeah. I mean, the studio version's okay, but that live version,
No,
you get KK and Glenn trading licks. And I love KK on that wah.
Yeah.
Like, Halford sings that line.
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow. I mean, come on. It's so fucking sick. And Les Banks, let's give a shout out to drummer Les Banks. The groove on that song
Yeah.
is everything. Yeah, it's a fucking metal classic. You know another song they do I love, which is Diamonds and Rust, Joan Baez again.
Right.
But this one's better, I think. I mean, I love Diamonds and Rust as well. Yeah, Green Benalishi with the 2-pronged crown. Fuck. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, dude. Number 4 for you.
All right. This is this guy's career, really, that covered this Lennon and McCartney tune. This is the quintessential song. Kind of like your Santana's Black Magic Woman.
Right.
Yeah.
This became somebody's tune.
Oh, without a doubt.
God,
and taking a tune from the Beatles and making it your tune is kind
Holy
of
fuck.
crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Any ideas where that could be?
It's his defining tune or one of his defining tunes?
Definitely one of the most defining tunes.
And it's a
of
Beatles
this guy,
track.
and it's a Beatles track. I consider you a friend, Randy.
Oh, Joe Cocker. Okay, can I sidebar this just for a
Yes,
second?
you totally can.
At Kerns' birthday thing at
Yeah.
Counts, they did a version of that. I got a piece of video I can show you.
Yeah.
And Zach Throne fucking kills that vocal.
Is
Because
that
I'm
right?
waiting, you know at the end where he is
Yeah,
screaming?
yeah.
He does that. I'm like, holy shit.
Fuck.
I said to him, I'm like,
Yeah.
I did not see that coming.
Right.
It was unreal. Anyway, back to you. Yeah.
Well, you take this oompa oompa, agapa, you know, and that's the way we learned the
Yes.
song. And you're just like, fuck, I don't want to play that song ever again. And then you hear this B3 organ, fuck. Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's incredible. It was on my long list. I crossed it off with just as I closed
This is
my
how you
eyes.
trump the Beatles, is this way, right here.
You're right.
Yeah.
That kills it.
Annihilates it.
That fucking band, that Joe Cocker band, like
Yeah.
Leon Russell's in that band.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome choice. That is not on my list, and I'm embarrassed. So all of a sudden, number 3 for me. What can I add that you didn't already add? I got this. It was released 6 months which isn't long to your point.
Yeah.
After Dylan's version.
Okay.
All along the Watchtower.
Yeah.
That's my number 3.
Right? So quick.
Yeah.
Right?
What can I give you? Oh, Eddie Kramer said Hendrix cut a ton of takes on the first day of this.
Yeah.
He ended up playing the bass by himself because Noel Redding fucking left. He's dissatisfied with the proceedings, whatever that means.
Wow.
Well, okay, go.
There's only 3 of you in that band. It's
I'll
like,
play
what
the
the
bass.
fuck?
Jimmy grabs the bass. I don't need your ass. Yeah. So he played the bass on it as well.
Poor
And
bass players, man. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but they don't. He's not helping his cause, is what I'm saying.
He's not, right?
No.
And something else you didn't mention that's kind of cool is Brian Jones is on it. So, you know,
Right.
I'll call it thwack. That thwack you hear at the end of each bar in the intro
Yeah.
is him playing something called a vibra slap.
Huh.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, he was all about
But
those. He played a bunch of instruments.
They
that
call
dude.
that a multi-instrumentalist.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, so he's on.
Yeah, he's on a bunch
But yeah,
of shit.
it's amazing.
Yeah,
It really is.
it is.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite Hendrix song, but it's up there.
Oh.
Like, it's awesome.
Number 3 is a tie.
Oh, you weasel.
Because this band had some hits. 2 of them are, I would say, their biggest hits. And these 2 covers
I see.
are in their top 3 songs, in my opinion.
I see.
So it's just kind of like I'm just going to connect, and you should be able to figure this out. One takes a song that sounds absolutely nothing like the folk version it was. And most people in our generation of rock-loving fans would never think that this was a cover.
We're not going to Zeppelin again, are we?
No, we're not. And then they take an Everly Brothers tune and they turn into a song that everybody believes that it's their song. And this is 2 out of their 3 top songs.
Who loves the Everly Brothers?
The other song is Hair of the Dog.
Oh, Nazareth.
Nazareth.
You're going Joni Mitchell.
For This Flight Tonight,
Flight Tonight.
and Love Hurts by the Everly Brothers. And
Love Hurts by the Everly Brothers.
see,
right.
so these 2 songs
Right.
are so huge to
forgot
this
about that.
band. It was weird that this band had 2 it, so I wanted to give them extra props.
You know what? I cried weasel out, but if you're going to do a tie, that's good.
Well,
But I get it.
Right?
I get it.
It was like I had to include
Sure.
them somewhere. And the fact that they had 2 and they just, oh, fuck.
It's the same band, so that's okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I get the weasel out
You
there.
get
Yeah,
the-
for sure.
I'll give you the full weasel on
Full
that
of
one.
weasel on that one.
Those are great. I forget that Love Hurts is the Everly Brothers. That's a great ballad.
Again,
that's a great ballad. Fuck.
Basically, you think about it. Love hurts.
Right.
It just got the whole help from my friend's attitude.
Right. I just think roller skating.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Trying to grab some chick to roller skate with.
Fuck.
Oh, good
Awesome.
choice. Yeah, I love Nazareth. Dan McCafferty's voice
That's it, right?
is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, good one,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, number 2 for me.
Okay.
What can I say that you haven't already said? Hang on, let me go through my notes here.
All right.
The song had been played by the band live for years before they did the studio version. The guitar player was dissatisfied with the release of it as the debut single. He said, and I quote, "It kind of bummed me out that Ted Templeman wanted our first single to be someone else's tune. I would have picked Jamie's Crying just because it's our own, which I don't like Jamie's Crying, I'll just say it. So yeah, Van Halen, you really got me.
Of course, I wasn't going to cut you off.
That's okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it was,
It's my number 2. It's fucking awesome. You know what's weird? It did for Van Halen what it did for the Kinks way later.
Mm-hmm.
Like it kickstarted the Kinks' career and Van Halen,
yeah.
you know?
And I think Van Halen maybe needed that, because
Oh, yeah.
I think they really did.
Like I guess you could have released Ain't Talking About Love. You could have released that one.
Sure.
Because you can't go crazy like I'm the one. Because most people would be like, what the fuck?
but and really, Ain't Talking About Love would have rose
Right.
right to the top, no problem. But
But they picked the right one.
for sure.
I got a couple quotes from the Davies brothers. Okay?
You okay?
Dave
Yeah.
Davies. He says, "There's the thing, good art isn't always about having the comfiest technique. I shouldn't encourage him, but I'm sure Eddie Van Halen played better when he was drunk." That's what he said.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he got annoyed because people would congratulate him on a great cover of a Van Halen song. So he was a little bitter.
Right.
But Ray, on the other hand, claimed he liked the track because it made him laugh. Like he just thought it was funny. And here's my last thing on this one. Have you heard Metallica do this song?
No.
It's hilarious.
Right.
But I don't think intentionally hilarious.
They're trying.
It sounds like a parody because James' vocal is so crazy. You really got me now.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
What I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious. You got to check it out, man.
Oh, God.
It is just comedy.
See, I never liked the song. Like when I heard the Kinks do it, I just didn't.
Oh, I heard the Kinks second. I didn't hear it first,
of course,
yeah.
but I just didn't think the song was that great when I heard where it was coming from. So it was like.
But coming out of Eruption, man, it was mind-blowing for me. So that's why it's number 2.
This is just a weird one for me because I just love how strongly they took a track from a band that we've touched on this show. I like them for their guitar tone and whatever, but Tears for Fears.
I like Tears for Fears, man.
Right? They had something going on with this band. They wrote some tunes, and it was
I
a
am
bit
shocked.
synthy kind of thing that didn't work, but I love the guitar tone on Everybody Rules the World. And I love
Shout.
They had some stuff going on, but they had this song called Mad World. And I don't know if you ever seen the film Donnie Darko.
I have, but I don't remember it that well.
Right. But this is a song from that film. And when you correlate the two, I mean, it's haunting. It's the performance and the take of this song, which was kind of dark for Tears for Fears anyways, but what it turned out to be, and then with this film and with everything else, it haunts me.
So who did the cover?
Michael Andrews featuring Gary Jules, who sings on this. Michael.
Oh, wow. So you're going obscure on me. Okay.
It's kind of obscure, but the roots of it are Tears for Fears, which I know you love.
I do like them. I did not see that coming.
Right.
Nice word.
But what it is for me is that one of those songs that immediately, because it was just so heavy and so different and so weird and so, I don't know, timely, maybe when I was doing this list because I'm in a dark place and
right. I got to check this out.
Check out Mad World and just listen to the song on its own merit with Michael Andrews, with Gary Jules.
Interesting choice.
This one it jumped to the top and I'm like, where do I put this? Right here. That's
nice work. Just when I think I knew you, Beau Shiminsky. I did not see that coming. Yeah, there's a handful of bands. Let's call them new wave bands, whatever the fuck you want to call them.
Yeah.
Tears for Fears, Talk Talk is another one I love.
Yeah, I don't know if I was into Talk.
And I like some Duran. There's a handful of bands in there. I know you don't like them, but certain songs.
Yeah, okay. Are you hungry like the wolf, Randy?
Yeah. Rio, I don't mind this because they've got guitar in there. They're not just a synth band. But anyway. Yeah. So there's a few bands in that ilk, like you like to say.
Yeah.
I do like. But anyway. Nice one. Huh. Well, we're at number 1, my friend.
We might have the same.
No, we don't.
We don't?
No.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
All right.
Well, I shouldn't be that cocky about it, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Coming in at number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This probably won't be a huge shock to you, but are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I need a prop. You ready?
Okay. This is showtime, kids. Get ready.
Get ready.
Randy's going to put on a little performance for us all. Oh, yeah. Okay, I already know.
Hail to the king, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I'm huge. Well, it's 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready now. Go, cat, go, and don't you step on my blue suede shoes. Or you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoes. Rock it! Yeah, blue suede shoes.
Yeah.
Elvis, the king, fucking Presley.
Who did that originally? Was that Carl?
It's Carl Perkins in 1955. Yeah. Considered one of the first rockabilly records. But you got your blues, you got your country, you got your pop in there, right?
Yeah.
Elvis did it in 56. Appears on his debut, right? Debut album.
Right.
You got Scotty Moore on guitar.
Of course.
You got DJ Fontana on drums. And Bill Black on bass. This is the trio, right?
Right.
The rockabilly trio. And I just love when he says, "Let's go, cats!" And he goes into that fucking guitar solo, Scotty.
Yeah.
And then the second one, rock it! Like these guys were kicking ass and taking names.
There was nobody cooler.
Dude, there was nobody cooler.
There wasn't.
Right?
No.
What do I got? I got a quote from Scotty Moore about when they actually recorded it. This is nuts. We just went in there and started playing.
Right.
Just winging it. Just follow however Elvis felt. So they're just kind of winging it, and this fucking comes out. They're
Well,
creating.
what was the original like comparatively? Because I don't know if I'm that familiar.
I mean, it's not night and day, but it's not Elvis.
Right.
It's Carl Perkins, right? It was a
Right.
hit for him too, but
Yeah.
not on this level, right?
Right.
It's the first song I ever remember hearing Elvis sing. I was at a buddy's house
Right.
in the Okanagan Valley there, and his parents were cranking it. And even at that age, I would have been grade 6 or something.
Yeah.
It just caught my ear, right? I'm like, that guy sounds crazy. Like,
Yeah.
that sounds so cool.
Yeah.
It just sucks you in.
Yeah.
And then I didn't become a fan till high school. Because I was in Kiss world.
Right.
Nothing gets in
Right.
there.
Right.
Nothing gets in that wall.
Yeah.
Elvis, he's old or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's still, I remember hearing it.
At that age, nothing gets in.
And then high school, I'm devouring everything.
Right.
The stuff that was current, influences, I was just taking it all in. And I became a massive.
So you weren't going to
fan.
school. You were just sitting in
Yeah,
the
I was-
library researching Elvis.
Exactly. And more like in a buddy's basement.
Yeah,
you know.
sure.
Yeah, I mean, it shaped rock and roll as we know it, man.
Yeah, sure. Totally.
The King, baby. Hail to the King.
Well, this song, my number one, Randy, brings somebody from the country world to somebody not from the country world, and a legend, and a legend, and
I feel the pressure.
a producer who is legendary.
So it's a country song originally?
No,
Oh,
the other way around.
okay.
It was a highly, let's say, slightly industrial rock
Oh, yeah, I got
tune.
it. I got it.
that-
I got it. Booyah. As you
God,
were.
it makes me hurt to think how your brain works sometimes.
Yes, incredible.
The song is called Hurt. It's by 9 Inch Nails. Rick Rubin obviously had, I think, this idea. I think it generated from
I
him.
think so, yeah. Well, a lot of that Johnny Cash stuff at the end, those 5 albums, it's a lot of Rick picking
Right.
songs.
So he had this idea to marry these two worlds, and it's what a cover should be.
Yep. And that video to go with it is crazy.
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, in this day and age, you need it. It just, all the stars align on this track. And it's so fucking
doubt.
heavy.
Like a glove,
Yeah.
as Jim Carrey would
So,
say. It
yeah.
fit Johnny to a T.
It totally
The
did.
darkness of it, you could almost, it's like he sounds like he's dying while he's singing it.
And just the acoustic instrumentation of it, that took it exactly the opposite of what was going on,
Oh, yes.
right?
Yeah.
With Trent and what he's doing with 9 Inch. So it was an immediate number one. It was just not even a choice.
It's incredible. It just didn't meet my number one criteria. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
totally.
I like the 9 Inch Nails one
Yeah.
slightly better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
It's awesome.
All those albums are great.
Yeah.
But that is the standout track.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, man, we've done the 10. Let's do the 3 honorables.
Okay.
Okay. My first honorable mention. I got to get the boys in.
Mm-hmm.
This was originally written by Mick and Keith. Showed up on their Satanic Majesty's Request in 67.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a man who lives in the future, the 2000s to be
The
exact.
2000s. Where we are now. Yes.
He's got a wife who still respects him, even though, he treats her kind of bad.
Yeah.
He had an affair with the computer as well, apparently.
Of course he did.
Yeah, it's 2000 Man
Yeah.
from Kiss, specifically Ace Frehley.
I thought you wanted New York Group Band.
I don't like that song.
I know you don't. That's why I was saying it.
Plus, who wrote it? Yeah, nobody knows.
I know.
Anyway, it's on Dynasty in 79.
Yeah.
It's a great cover. They did it on the Dynasty tour in 79, and then they did it on the Unmasked tour as well. It didn't show up again, though, until 95 on the Unplugged.
Right.
They did the Unplugged version.
Yeah.
And then they did it on the reunion tour from 90.
That was weird that they would have done that at that time on that Unplugged. I just thought that was great, but
Oh, I thought it was cool.
yeah, totally.
'Cause,
But
yeah.
surprised me a little bit.
Yeah, me too, because I thought, well, you're going to do New York Groove for
That's
sure.
right. Yeah, yeah.
And they did it on Farewell Tour, of course. And the key is, I was at that Millennium show in Vancouver. So 99 going into 2000.
Right.
I'm 4th row center at BC Place watching Kiss, and they do 2000 Man, and it was
Right.
just perfect, right?
Right.
I mean, it's one of those songs that it's just an Ace song.
Yeah.
It's got that space
Yeah.
Ace thing
Oh,
going
yeah.
on. The other little Kiss geeky thing, it's one of the songs, his signature songs that Kiss does not do without him.
Ah.
Like they've done Shock,
Shock
Me.
Me, yeah.
Tommy Thayer singing Shock Me.
Sure.
Abomination. Sidebar. But they've never done 2000 Man.
Abomination, sidebar.
So, for you Kiss geeks out there. Yeah, 2000 Man.
Good one.
Ace Frehley.
Okay. Honorable mention number one for me. The song is so fucking good when Stevie Wonder plays it. So it's amazing how you just want to
Gee, I
just
wonder.
move to this. But The Red Hot Chili Peppers do a version of Higher Ground that just amps everything up.
How's that bass?
Into the puck, and that bass is just
Oh, it's so awesome.
It is so wicked.
Yeah.
And yeah, if I had a choice, I mean, sure, I like Stevie's version.
That's why it's not on my list. That's all.
Yeah.
I love it, but I think Stevie, I got to give it to Stevie.
I know, but honorable because how cool they made it.
Oh,
too.
did they ever?
Yeah.
No, I can't. Dude, it was
Yeah.
on my list, my long list for sure.
Yeah.
It's so good. That's the song that made me a fan of that band. That song, that album,
Right.
Mother's Milk,
Right.
all in.
Yeah.
Buy the back catalog. I was in.
Yeah.
I mean, that opening bass is just fantastic.
It is.
And the drums.
And the speed of it, it's everything's faster, and just the energy about getting to Higher Ground, it just makes perfectly good sense.
Video great.
Love it.
I never tire of it either.
Me neither. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is an old one. This is the oldest one on my list.
Yeah.
1947.
Wow.
Hank Williams. Country.
Oh, I know which one. This
Do you?
is. I think.
You want to take a crack at it?
Oh no.
Considered one of the earliest examples of rock and roll music, the original.
Okay.
Here's the lyric. Let's see how long it takes you. Ready? I come in last night around 10:30. That baby of mine wouldn't let me in. So move it on over.
Yeah.
Rock it on over.
Wow.
Move over, little dog. The mean old dog's moving in. I had to pick some Thorogood because we haven't mentioned him on the show that I recall.
I don't
And
think we ever
love
have.
him.
Yeah.
I don't love all his music, but a lot of it. I love him. I think he's an underrated guitar player. He's fun. He kicks ass. Nobody plays like that. And he makes a racket that's just awesome.
And he's kind of stuck to his world
Yep.
without veering. And they all work like one bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
Yeah.
I mean, all of it is so wicked.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
This song's so cool. His album is called Move It On Over, right? So he
Wow.
releases it in 78. That's the name of the album. It's a fucking rocker.
Oh,
I've seen him a bunch of times live too.
Yeah.
It's always a blast. I love George.
Big fucking guitar, big dude.
That fucking hollow body just screaming.
Oh, yeah. It's a nasty affair.
Oh, it's
Good
a
pick.
nasty affair.
Good pick.
You like that one?
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is just has to be mentioned in any because if you heard the original, it's okay, but it's kind of a talky little thing by Leonard Cohen. But when you hear Alleluia by Jeff Buckley,
Oh, you're going there.
I'm going there
Nice.
because it doesn't matter what singer does it, it's going to sound great.
Yeah.
Like Katie fucking Lang did it at the Olympics and she kicked its ass. Like it was
a lot of people have covered that one.
right, and it's a song. But when you listen
Yeah.
to the intimacy of this guy,
Yep.
just an electric guitar and just kind of doing his thing to get it going, and it's just so honest and so heartfelt. And I mean, Leonard Cohen didn't give it any of that.
Yep.
The song was there, but the emotion wasn't.
Yep. I agree. Out of all the times that's been covered, Jeff's is the best.
Sure it is.
Yeah.
And when you can take a song like that where anybody could sing it, from Whitney to fucking whoever,
That's a good song.
that's and they'll just kill it to the top, but
Yeah.
they'd always come back to this one.
That whole album
Yeah.
is fucking unreal.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to that Jeff Buckley debut, fucking dive into it because it's awesome.
Yeah, and you just know he loved being in the studio and just kind
What
of
a
the
tragedy,
intimacy.
though, right?
It's brutal. Anyways, happier topics.
Yeah, but good choice.
Yeah.
I never thought of that one.
Yeah.
I'm too busy rocking out apparently. But that's a great pick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, to your Duran Duran. But I
To my
digress.
Duran Duran, yes.
I digress.
I digress, yes. Is that rocking out?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, my last one. You've already mentioned it. What can I add? It's produced by Roger Glover from Deep Purple. I don't think you mentioned that. Oh, it was the inspiration for Barracuda by Heart.
Right.
Yeah, it's This Flight Tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nazareth doing Joni Mitchell. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So it's my third honorable mention. Yeah. I love that chugging little thing they do. And
It just painted a picture that you would never got from Joni Mitchell.
no, and that album,
Yeah.
Nazareth's Greatest Hits,
Yeah.
is wall to wall.
Yeah.
And it was everywhere when I was a kid. You
Yeah.
go to anybody's party, it was in that collection, played at nauseam.
Everybody
and it's all
loved to
good.
sing "Son of a Bitch." See, like now y'all bet, and everybody's
Yeah.
they love that, and then they got all this other great stuff.
Razzmanazz. Every song.
Razzmanazz.
Every song on that hits package is a home run for me. Woke up this morning, Shanghai and Shanghai.
Shanghai to Shanghai. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's wicked. Okay, dude.
This is kind of outside of our scope, but man, this is her anthem. And really, you know her by one name.
Cher.
Nope. No, and all she wants is a little RESPECT.
Oh, wow.
Because this is an Otis Redding tune. She is known for this song, you know.
Oh, man, could she sing?
And can she sing? And so when you put the two together, that's an Aretha tune, not an Otis tune, and that's just kind of crazy.
That's in the realm of this show, no question. Fuck, it's great music. It's good, yeah.
But I do have my 3 worst.
Okay, hang on. I'm not done with Aretha yet.
Okay.
You know what that made me, you know why that triggered? That's Otis, right?
Yeah, Otis Redding. Yeah.
So, but back to the Black Crowes, they do Hard to Handle, of course.
Right.
And I've been to see them where, just to give a jab to the fair weather fans, they don't play it. But because they're doing the album in its entirety, they play it.
They play it.
But he introduces, he goes, it's my favorite singer, Otis Redding, and
Yeah.
here we go, yeah.
Yeah,
Otis
yeah.
is the shit. You listen
Yeah.
to that guy sing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, I think millions and millions have it.
Oh, my God.
Upper echelon dude, but yeah, they just took this tune. I just had to give her a little respect.
Oh,
Aretha.
no argument here, buddy.
Yeah.
So you're going to give me some you hate.
I
God,
got my 3 worst.
Oh, okay, bring it on.
Oh, yeah. I didn't talk about Kiss, but the name is in the title. And it's by a band that you love, and I do not.
Oh, you're going to hammer up Pearl Jam again?
I am. Who in the hell does this song, Last Kiss by Pearl Jam, worst cover song?
Well, you don't like the song to begin with, obviously, because it's just a straight cover.
It's terrible.
Who is it? Who did it originally? Do you know?
I don't know.
It's like a 50s.
Yeah, it's a
American Graffiti type thing.
Yeah, like it's definitely
It doesn't make me
the
mad. But yeah,
Chandels or something.
Yeah, one of those deals.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Mr. Tambourine Man or Lucy in the Sky, but William Shatner.
William
Doing
Shatner.
those worst.
You're going to dog the captain?
I am.
Well, they're not supposed to be good, I don't think.
You know what? It's called the Transformational Man or whatever the fuck it
That's
was.
70s, right? The old one.
Yeah.
Because I think he's done a new one, too.
Yeah, he has. And he's
Yeah.
done some tunes in
Yeah.
2000 something.
Yes.
He did one, yeah. But these two, he just talks them.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you're kidding me?
It's a joke, really.
It is, but it isn't because he spent the fucking time doing it. Holy fuck.
And what's the other one? Do you have another one?
Miley Cyrus, Black Dog. If you watch it, you're gonna.
I won't watch it.
Yeah, so don't.
I will not watch
but
it.
this, I can't, and I won't.
I
but-
can't.
Oh fuck.
Well,
the
she's
worst.
done a bunch of people's songs, and people go, "Oh, she can." No.
No, and people go, "Oh, she's just," and I'm just like, "Oh fuck."
You know what's coming to mind now? You got me thinking of covers I hate.
Yeah, great. Give me 3.
Do you know
I'll
that song? Your mama don't dance, but
your daddy won't rock and roll.
Something like that. Poison does that.
Oh, I know. I know. Remember, I
Oh,
graduated in '88. I was around for those eras of Poison.
And here's
that were
one
just-
I don't hate it, but I just don't like the band. Is Quiet Riot? Come on, feel the noise, right?
I don't like it.
And they did what's that other Slade song they did? Because that one was such a hit, they thought they'd try another one.
It was something, Mama something, right?
Mama, we're all crazy now.
Mama, we're all crazy now. Yeah.
Let's go to that Slade well again.
Oh, Slade, right.
Oh, I wish I would have thought of that. Bad covers. No, there's a lot of them.
I know. I just wanted a little list, and I wanted to bring up Pearl Jam, so that it just like
Anything Miley does, yeah. Well, that was a fucking boatload of fun as usual.
Yeah, and it was good that we weren't too down the road, same road.
That's right. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Before we go, I read Nikki Sixx's latest book. I just want to touch on it just briefly. And if you're a Motley Crue fan, you should read it. It's a quick read. And you're thinking, well, what's he going to tell me that the Dirt didn't tell me in his other books, right? I think this is his fourth book. And you do get some insight on him as a kid. So it's his childhood memories, as he remembers.
Right.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Up until Motley, their first gig. That's the scope of the book. So it's pretty cool. Like you get a dysfunctional home, of course,
You knew that was coming.
right? And
Yeah.
he ends up living with his grandparents and they're moving all over the place. And he ends up a teenager on Hollywood Boulevard, just the cliche, out of the Greyhound,
Yeah.
just like in Welcome to the Jungle or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's got an uncle who works at Capitol Records. So he's got a bit of it in there. He ends up staying at his house. Anyway, he's moving around a lot. It's a lot of dysfunction and stuff. But the drive this guy had.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm doing this, and that's fucking that.
Yeah.
And he lived on the Sunset Strip, and he started bands and did his thing. And that's how it ends, right? It ends with him going from Franklin Carlton Ferrana to Nikki Sixx, actually legally changing his name.
Right.
And then that's where the book ends. It's December 9th, 1980. He changes his name legally to Nikki Sixx. And then 2 days later, he turns 22. And on January 17th, Motley is formed. And in April 24th, so I don't know if you're following this, that's only months.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the
They
same year.
Right. They play their first show at the Starwood. I mean, he's in a lot of bands before this.
Right.
Right. Leading up to this. And the rest is history, as they say, right? So I'm going to just touch on 2 moments that I thought were really interesting, okay? So it starts off, he's talking about the stadium tour that's been postponed. He's kind of talking about current stuff for a chapter or whatever.
Right.
He's talking about his workout and how he gets in shape for a tour.
Okay.
And I've never heard, even Mick, as you know, lives for that and works out like a fiend.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't know the details of it, right?
Right.
And I can't read this iPad, so I'm going to grab my glasses.
Old man, take a look at my life. I'm a lot like you were.
Ted sings Neil Young.
Oh, fuck.
Ted does Neil Young. Fantastic. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit it up.
Let me hit you. What I've done, going all the way back to the days of cassette tapes, is print the set list out and put it right next to wherever I'm going to do cardio. Okay?
Okay.
If we're opening with Kickstart My Heart, I'm going to burst through the door with guns blazing. If the third song's going to be Home Sweet Home, I know I can slow down to a walk on the treadmill. Okay?
Really?
If the next song is Wild Side, I'll kick it back up. But Wild Side is a breakdown halfway through, and I know I'll be able to catch my breath then. With a lot of bands, you'll look over at the guitarist halfway through the set and see that he's panting.
Yeah.
I factor the stamina it takes to avoid that into my workouts, timing each segment to match all the songs, right? That's 90 minutes flat out on the treadmill, followed by 2 hours of weights. After that, I spend an hour and a half with my bass, sitting and playing the song straight through in order. Eventually, I build up the stamina to the point where I'm going through the entire show, physically and musically, without feeling destroyed. Then, I'll do the whole musical part standing up. That's one more thing that can trip a band up. You sit down and play and think you're in good shape, but you get on stage and the same thing will fucking kill you.
Was he doing this to get ready for the tour?
For all his tours.
Just to get ready. Yeah.
Just to get ready, because you get soft, right?
Yeah, totally.
So I thought that was really interesting, the detail involved in that, right?
Well, it's so true about the sitting and standing.
Right.
Because you can sit there all day, but it feels so different when you get, and especially if you're using Les Pauls that are made out of a big chunk of wood or big basses that, you know, it's a weight on you that you don't know how taxing it is until you do it. And when you're standing there for an hour and a half, sweating, lights have gotten cooler now, which is the biggest bonus for these guys.
Exactly.
You know? But it's a workout.
It's harder than people think.
Oh, way harder.
Absolutely.
And you have to be conditioned. There's no way he's doing that back in the early days of Motley Crue. This is what he's learned to do after.
Correct. Like he's young, pissing vinegar, he doesn't care.
Sorry, boys, I got 3 hours of cardio, and then I got to stand up and play for a while.
I'm breaking the girls sessions to go on a treadmill. Yeah, that's not happening.
No.
The second one is this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I was doing something in the living room, and Nona called out to me. That's his grandma.
Right.
Hey, Frankie, that guy you like, Peter Cooper, he's on TV.
Peter Cooper.
Yeah. I knew what she meant. I didn't have any Alice Cooper albums, but I was interested in Alice Cooper. So I ran right out down the hall into the room where the TV set was. We had a little TV on one of those TV stands across the room. And there on the Merv Griffin show, I got my first glimpse of Gene Simmons from Kiss.
I fucking love it.
Not Alice Cooper, but Simmons was interesting too.
Right.
They played Firehouse. And even if Firehouse is a rewrite of All Right Now by Free, which any Kiss fan knows, it's still a good song. You really can't argue with that chord progression.
You can't.
Right?
True.
There you go. It was a lot to take in. I didn't love Kiss's look, but I didn't hate it. I never became obsessed, though, the way some other friends did. I paid more attention to their songwriting than anything else. And it's funny, once we were co-headlining with Kiss, and I was playing our song 10 Seconds to Love, I was deep in the pocket. The crowd was going wild, and I suddenly realized, whoa, I ripped this song off of Calling Dr. Love.
Yeah.
I hadn't realized how deep their influence on me had been. So I just wanted to do the Kiss thing.
You got a little Kiss in there.
Yeah,
and it's great that he remembers some of this shit. You'd think that he wouldn't, you know?
With all the substance abuse and shit.
Right. That's the kind of the alarming thing with the stats, right? Like,
Right.
This is what happens, you know? you won't remember anything, and fuck whatever.
Yeah, his whole story, now that he's been sober for a long time and he moved to fucking Wyoming with his family, got out of LA. Like he's a cool, interesting dude, man, for sure.
Yeah, I think he's got weird sides to him. It's kind of like we were talking with Dickinson, and
Right.
his kind of thing. Like he's got these weird shades, of gray that just you kind of want to dig in and see what's going on.
And especially when you're on death's door at least a couple of times, I'm sure your perspective changes.
Yeah,
right?
and what you're dealing with at a very young age. And
Yeah.
just the 80s mindset of just excess and everything else was just problematic.
Anyway, I recommend it if you're into Motley, or even if you're not. It's an interesting story of just drive and determination and a single-minded goal. That nothing's going to stop this fucking guy, and it didn't. And he became Nikki fucking Sixx, right? So.
Well, I got some Christmas reading, Randy.
Nice. What do you got?
Yeah, I got Elf. No,
Elf?
just kidding.
That's viewing.
No, a little Stevie Van Zant's got a book. Yeah,
I have not read that.
yeah, and I just saw him talking on Bill Maher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was on Bill Maher, and
That seems odd. Does he have things to say?
yeah. Well, he's kind of helping the world too.
Okay.
He's kind of one of those philanthropist guys, and
Right.
and I don't really know much about him. I loved him in Sopranos, and and I loved his character in the E Street Band, and he was there from the inception.
He's the cool one in that band.
right?
Let's face it.
And
Yeah.
how he still looks the way he
got
does.
the bandana on.
It's always that, right? It's
Yeah.
always got that going. So
Cool.
you're intrigued by this dude, right? Well, this is a book and kind of tells the story of the guitar player in the E Street Band. It's
on.
going to be good.
I'll put it on my list.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And,
I've got Grohl's in my hand now.
which one?
This new one, the story. It's got a bunch of different stories in it. That he
okay.
tells. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm sure I haven't started it, but I'm
We'll
sure
be good
it's
boys and do a little reading over
Yeah,
it.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
Love
I'll let
that.
you know how it is, and I'll just loan you the copy. No big deal.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm not a rereader, so I typically don't buy. I just get them from the library.
Yeah. I just like them on the wall, so when
Yeah.
people come over, it's like, okay,
Well,
you want to sit down and read a chapter or two? I mean,
Yeah, totally.
I want you to read shit about rock guys.
I've got no room on the wall. That's
Right.
my problem.
Yeah, right.
I got no room on the wall, though.
Right.
Okay, dude, that was awesome, as usual.
Good. All right, man. Well, cheers to you.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
And all you out there, thanks for watching.
Absolutely.
Later.
This is our second last show of the year. Hey, we're going to do one more.
Right. And we're going to do Christmas songs? Is that what
Top
we're
10
doing?
Christmas songs. What do you think? Let's do it.
Do I have 10? Can they be outside of the scope
You
of
do whatever
the
you
rock
want,
world?
dude. You do whatever you
Can it be outside of the rock world?
Whatever you want, yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Free,
Top 10.
free for all.
All right.
Okay, we're on YouTube as always. Check us out on social media.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, do all that shit. Spread the word.
Yeah.
And as always, keep rock alive,
And give us
motherfuckers.
your fucking list. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Rock on, kids.